Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. We're gonna talk about something, ironically, it's in the housing industry. It's about your mortgage. It's about getting a new mortgage. And this was literally right here on Fox Business this morning when I woke up. And it was about the topic that I was literally sketching out the outline for the new course that I put out on how to crush it, or the stock market crash course. No, gosh darn it, it's the real estate crash course. Holy cow, Ninja, wake up. Well, the Ninja doesn't edit. We started this new course and I was actually outlining the importance of shopping for a mortgage, and I saw this news story and I wanted to go over it with you because it is so vitally important, and I want to give you a brief synopsis of what I'll be talking about in the course. I'll put a link to that course if you want. It's the pre-filming. We are literally just now outlining the whole thing, but we have a table of contents out there for you guys. I cannot wait to bring you through this real estate downturn, this cycle correction, which I believe is going to be historic, quite frankly, and there's going to be a lot of emotions tied up with sellers and buyers. It's going to be just epic because that's when you make money. So whether or not you want to buy a ton of rentals like I want to in this next downturn, or if you just want to buy your own home, your first ever home, and you don't know how to navigate it, that's how I'm going to write this course. So me and Mrs. Ninja were sitting down and going through the course syllabus and going through the outlines and stuff. And this was the topic, and I'm going to go over this story, okay? And it's from Fox Business, but it's entitled, "Most Home Buyers Don't Shop for Mortgages." And this information is coming from Zillow, okay? Zillow has a pretty good idea about this. And it is so absolutely true. Whether I was buying my own, when I bought my first home, I had 3 good faith estimates right in front of me. A good faith estimate is a document that the lender is required to give you after a certain amount of time. I believe it's still, I want to say it's still 24 hours of when you go and visit a lender and you give them your credit score, you fill out an application, and they go over all your different loan options. They're required by law to actually, at least in California, give you a document that summarizes what they're offering you, all the fees and everything, right? When I bought my first house, I had 3 sitting in front of me, and the differences were remarkable, all right? It's very, very important that people do this, but nobody does it. It blows me away. So many people pick their lender by a referral, or it's a friend of a friend, or it's their friend or a family member, right? And they don't understand how brokers work, the difference between someone at a bank that gives out a mortgage as opposed to a broker, the different types of offerings that brokers give. They don't have access to every single thing. It just blows my mind. So let's dive into the story. Stop talking about my experience. But my point being is that I had multiples. So whether it be for my own personal home or for every rental property I've ever bought or flip property I ever bought, I had multiple documents in front of me to be able to make the best decision. And I was literally saving thousands and thousands of dollars every single time. And I'll show you guys that in the course. All right, it says, when it comes to researching which purchases best fit their finances, buyers said they spent more time browsing for cars and vacations than they did mortgages. A recent survey by Zillow Home Loans said. Now, let me just stop there. Think about this. The difference, now I'll just give you a quick story. The first time I bought my home, I actually had my lender, the documents from the lender that I picked, because I had 3 of the best documents, right? Or 3 of the best quotes that I could get. I picked one. I went with that one. I still took my loan docs before I signed them to a real estate attorney, and he found a fee on there, a $10,000 fee that was being put out at the last document as I was signing escrow docs. Absolutely crazy. And he says, I would check on that fee, and I had that fee wiped off. I'll tell that story later, but it's just crazy to think that people spend more time, like they say, shopping for cars and vacations than they do mortgages, when you're talking about thousands of dollars that you could be saving at escrow close, or tens of thousands of dollars over the life of loan based on the terms of your loan, whether it be your rate and how long the loan is set for. Think about that. I mean, people, all they care about, like I said, is where they're going and what they're driving. They're not thinking about what's backing up their home. Especially the back-end documents of the loans. It absolutely blows my mind. It says 72% of prospective home buyers reported that they have not shopped around for a mortgage, and they don't intend to. So they're even telling you, yeah, I get it. I should be shopping, but I'm not going to. I mean, that just blows my mind. And that should tell you the mentality of the home buyer that we've seen in the last 3 years move into this stupid hot market, overinflated market. So those are the same people that are going to be losing their houses in this next downturn. So these are the kind of things that give you, as an investor, a real estate investor, that just like, oh yeah, we're going to destroy this. I mean, I'm not joking, and I know I say it with a smile, and I'm trying to warn everybody, but you know, you just can't warn, obviously, like Zillow says, 72% of the population but are buying houses. It says here, by contrast, survey respondents said they spent a month researching other items before buying them, including the next car purchase, which was 28%, their next vacation, 23%, and their next TV purchase, a whopping 12%. What did I tell you? Seriously, I've been talking about big screen TVs and the psychology of the consumer ever since I started this channel. Oh gosh, it was like when all those stimulus checks came out. Sorry, I just can't help myself, man. You see people just running out the Walmart just with that big old TV, like, look at me. Oh, this is why we have crashes, everybody. This is it. This is why. And you should just sit there and grin and go, I'm starting to finally get it. I get it. It's weird. It's like you could set a calendar to it, the Jewish calendar, and it's true. The Jewish calendar shows every 7 years there is a recession, about 10 years. But the thing is, it's absolutely amazing. It's this totally different a calendar that goes back into time and tells you all these things. That was because the calendar was changed. What is it? The Gregorian calendar. And it sort of made things disappear, you know? And I only say Jewish calendar because it's the first calendar. It's the one that actually goes by the sun, the moon, the cycles, and the stars, and it's amazing. And so you could see this play out in human behavior, human emotion. I mean, we've probably talked about war cycles before and the fourth turning. This is nothing new. It is a big calendar. And it's just like, I know this is not about mortgages, but think about this. Think about this and put it into context to home buying and mortgages, right? When the moon goes around, or was it, does the moon go around the earth? Man, I never paid attention in school. Anyway, let's put it this way. The moon comes up and it goes down, all right? It's so powerful, it causes the oceans, the tides to go in and to draw out, right? That magnetic pull. Now think about that. Our bodies are mostly water. So what do you think? That's why when there's a full moon, everybody goes nuts. Not us, not you, not me, not you. The nutty people, not Ninja Nation, the crazy people. Now think about that. That's what these calendars are on, right? So like I said, I mean, you just look at this. We have seen peak crazy, and we're about to see even crazier, but on the different side. Peak crazy, buying, buy. I'm missing out, you know, diamond hands, all that crap. And then all of a sudden it's like, blah, and everything falls down. And it's gonna recycle again. And that's what gets me super excited. Now, I'll finish the story. We're talking about mortgages. Most of you have already hung up. I'm sorry. Well, no, I don't have to apologize. You already hung up. I'll talk to myself. While TVs offer warranties and replacements plans in case something breaks, sometimes you only get one chance to get the right home loan structure and strategy in place. Jim Black, Executive Director of Lending Strategy at Calc, said, markets move, home values go up and down, and qualifications can change, which makes it crucial to work with a local expert that can offer you several different programs to make a concrete decision for the long term. I completely agree with that. But what he's not saying too, as markets go up, at the top of a market cycle, lending requirements starting to get a little tight until all of a sudden sales wane in real estate and banks aren't making money. Lenders are making money, and then what happens is lending restrictions loosen, and that is what's happening right now. So that's another thing people need to really navigate, and those are things that we're going to be going over in the course, because I think it's very, very important that people understand what are the different parts of a good faith estimate. You know, what are you looking for in a lender or a broker? There's so much to it. It's absolutely insane. And you're about to start seeing a lot of amazing offers from banks, just like we did at the peak of the other market after it already turned in mid-2006, where they started offering all these crazy loans and crazy offers, these crazy teaser rates. Those are the things you got to watch out for. So anyway, I'll put a link to the pre-course offer right now. I think it's 80% off while we're putting the course together, and we're going to slowly be letting these lessons out, I think once a week or once every, 10 days to really get you guys chewing on things, taking notes, and hope you guys get a lot out of it. I can't wait to absolutely crush it in this next real estate crash, and I know you do too. So let's go do this together. All right, guys, that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.